The grand chandelier sparkles overhead, casting a golden glow on the marble floors of the Lexington Crown Hotel. Seline Parker, dressed in a simple yet elegant outfit, steps up to the front desk, rolling her suitcase beside her. "Hi, I have a reservation under Parker, Seline Parker." The front desk manager, Maggie Reeves, barely glances up. She eyes Seline from head to toe, her lips pressing into a thin line. "Are you sure? This is an exclusive hotel. Perhaps you're at the wrong place." Seline blinks. "No, I booked weeks ago. I have the confirmation email right here." She pulls up the email on her phone, holding it out. Maggie barely looks at it before shaking her head. "That won't be necessary. I'm afraid we're fully booked." "There must have been a mistake." Seline frowns. "A mistake, but I have a confirmation. My room should be ready." "I don't think you understand. We have a reputation to uphold. Perhaps a different hotel would be more suitable for you." The words cut deep. Seline feels the heat rise in her cheeks. Around her, other guests are checked in effortlessly, their reservations never questioned. "Are you refusing me service?" "I'm simply suggesting you find more appropriate accommodations." Celine's jaw tightens. She takes a deep breath, but before she can respond, "Is there a problem here?" A smooth, authoritative voice cuts through the tension. Maggie straightens up, immediately pasting on a fake smile. Seline turns and nearly gasps. It's her mother, Seline Parker. Dressed in an elegant designer suit, Seline steps forward, heels clicking against the marble. The room seems to shift. The air grows tense. Guests turn to look. Ma'am, this young woman was trying to book a room, but as I explained, we're at capacity." "That's interesting, because my daughter made this reservation under my name. Seline Parker. I assume you recognize that name?" Maggie blinks, confused. "I don't understand." Seline leans in slightly, her voice calm but firm. "I own this hotel." The color drains from Maggie's face. A stunned silence fills the lobby. The other guests, the bellhops, even the security guards pause. The weight of those words crashes down like an avalanche. Maggie's mouth opens and closes like a fish gasping for air. I didn't realize." "You didn't realize what?" "That my daughter belonged here? That she deserved the same treatment as any other guest?" Maggie swallows hard. It was just a misunderstanding." "No, wasn't. It was discrimination. Plain and simple." Maggie stammers, but Seline turns to Seline. "Sweetheart, would you still like to stay here? Or should we book somewhere else?" Seline lifts her chin, glancing at Maggie, who is now trembling. "No, Mom, I think I'd like to stay." Seline nods and turns back to Maggie. "Then I suggest you process that check-in now." Maggie's hands shake as she fumbles with the keyboard, typing as fast as possible. A few moments later, she shakily hands over the key card. "Here you go, Miss Parker. Enjoy your stay." Seline smiles, but it's sharp. "Oh, and Maggie." Maggie stiffens. "Yes? You're fired." Maggie staggers, her eyes widening in horror. "Please escort her out. I won't have my hotel represented by someone who turns away guests based on their skin color." The guards step forward. Maggie protests, but it's no use. As she's led away, the entire lobby watches in stunned silence. Then slowly applause begins. It starts with a few guests, then spreads. Seline exhales, gripping her room key. "Thank you, Mom. No one is ever going to tell you where you do or don't belong." Seline straightens her shoulders and walks toward the elevator. But before the doors close, she glances back one last time, seeing Maggie disappear out the front doors. The hotel would never be the same again. As Seline settles into her luxury suite, she checks her phone. Notifications are blowing up. Someone recorded the whole encounter, and it's going viral. A message pops up from a major news outlet. "Would you be willing to share your story? Millions of people need to hear this." Seline smiles. This was just the beginning. Seline wakes up the next morning to find her phone exploding with notifications. Overnight, the video of her check-in incident has gone viral. Millions of views, thousands of comments. People from around the world are outraged, demanding accountability. Hashtags like "Justice for Seline" and "No More Discrimination" are trending. She rubs her eyes, still processing the overwhelming attention when a knock sounds at her suite door. She opens it to find a well-dressed man standing there, a hotel executive. "Miss Parker, my name is William Tate. I'm the Chief Operations Officer of Lexington Crown Hotels. May I speak with you for a moment?" Seline lets him in, exchanging a glance with her mother, who's already seated with a cup of coffee, calm as ever. Tate clears his throat, clearly uneasy. First of all, on behalf of the Lexington Crown brand, I'd like to sincerely apologize for what happened to you last night. That level of treatment is unacceptable, and we're conducting a full internal review. Seline nods but stays silent. However, Tate hesitates. We have an urgent matter. This story is spreading like wildfire, and investors are concerned about the hotel's reputation. We'd like to offer you a settlement in exchange for your discretion. Milani raises an eyebrow. A settlement? Yes, a substantial financial sum. We'd also like to publicly issue a statement that this was an unfortunate misunderstanding, not discrimination. A mistake by a single employee, now terminated. Seline grips her phone tightly. You want me to help clean up the hotel's image? Tate shifts uncomfortably. We simply want to move forward. This could be damaging for everyone involved, including your family's legacy in the business world. Seline feels her pulse quicken. They think they can just throw money at the problem. That this will all go away with a carefully crafted PR statement? Then an idea strikes her. She leans back, tilting her head. How much are you offering? Tate exhales in relief, mistaking her interest for acceptance. He slides a piece of paper across the table. Seline picks it up. The number makes her blink. It's 7 figures, but she doesn't smile. Instead, she slowly rips the paper in half, then into quarters. She lets the pieces fall onto the table. Tate's face turns pale. You think I'm just looking for a payout? Miss Parker, this is... No, let me tell you what's going to happen next. Seline sits up, her voice firm, unwavering. I don't want your hush money. What I want is real change. You say you're conducting a review? Fine. I want a full audit of hiring practices, employee training, and guest treatment policies. Tate blinks. And I want every hotel under Lexington Crown's name to implement a zero-tolerance policy for discrimination, with real consequences, not just PR moves. Milani smiles proudly. My daughter doesn't settle for less than what's right. Tate stammers. Miss Parker, you're asking for a massive overhaul of company policies. No. I'm demanding it, and if you refuse... Seline taps her phone. I go live right now. Millions of people are watching. They're waiting to see what happens next. Tate's eyes dart to Milani, who simply shrugs. Your call, Mr. Tate. A long silence stretches in the room. Then finally, Tate sighs, rubbing his temples. We'll make it happen. Seline stands, extending a hand. Good, then we have a deal. They shake. By the end of the week, Lexington Crown Hotels announces sweeping reforms across all their locations. Citing Seline Parker as the catalyst, the headlines explode. Young woman stands up to discrimination and changes the hotel industry forever. And just like that, Seline becomes more than just a student. She becomes a symbol. As the dust settles and Lexington Crown Hotels announces its sweeping reforms, Seline thinks the battle is over. But then, just 2 days later, she receives a mysterious email. The subject line, You think you won. Seline's stomach tightens as she clicks it open. Miss Parker, you don't know what you've gotten yourself into. The changes you pushed for, they won't last. People like you come and go, but power, real power never changes hands. Enjoy your victory while it lasts. It won't be long before everything goes back to how it was. No name, no sender info, just a chilling warning. Seline stares at the screen, her heart pounding. She immediately shows her mother, Milani, who reads the message carefully before leaning back with a thoughtful expression. They're scared, Milani says. Scared that you're not just a moment, but a movement. Seline exhales, trying to shake off the unease. But then another message pops up, this time from a whistleblower, claiming to be a former Lexington Crown employee. The message is brief but explosive. You don't know the full story. What happened to you is just the tip of the iceberg. There are hidden files, proof that the hotel chain has covered up far worse incidents, some involving high-profile guests, even politicians. If you really want to make change, meet me, alone. Seline's blood runs cold. This isn't just about her experience anymore. This is bigger. She's at a crossroads. If she walks away, she keeps her win. She's already forced reform, already made headlines. She could go back to her life. But if she digs deeper, she might uncover something far more dangerous. Seline doesn't hesitate. She chooses to fight. With her mother's support, she arranges a secret meeting with the whistleblower at a quiet cafe outside the city. A former Lexington Crown employee, the man slides a flash drive across the table, his hands shaking. This is everything, he whispers. Emails, reports, legal complaints, proof of a system built on discrimination and cover-ups. You have the power to change it all. Seline and Milani waste no time. They team up with a fearless investigative journalist who helps them expose the hidden corruption. The results are seismic. The news explodes across social media and national headlines. Protests ignite. High-profile figures distance themselves from the hotel chain. Stocks plummet. Lexington Crown's CEO is forced to step down. And Seline, she becomes the face of change. Not just a student anymore, she's a powerful advocate for justice, invited to speak at universities, leadership summits, and even Congress. The hotel industry takes notice, implementing sweeping anti-discrimination policies inspired by her stand. Then, in a stunning turn of events, Seline Parker buys out Lexington Crown Hotels. The very place that once denied her daughter a room, now it belongs to her family. Seline stands in the lobby on opening day, looking up at the new sign, Parker Global Hospitality, a brand built on respect, inclusion, and fairness. With tears in her eyes, she smiles. This time we belong. If you believe in standing up for what's right, hit that subscribe button. Dark Side of Luna has 1,000 more powerful stories coming your way. You won't want to miss them.